Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Nutter Center here on the campus of Wright State University. ICRC Sports is proud to bring you this Southwest Ohio District Championship game between the Mason Comets and the Wilmington Hurricane. Hello, everyone. This is Steve Parker. Joining me, as always, my partner, Mike Crotty. Mike, when you talk about Wilmington, one name comes to mind.
Mr. Cumberland, a UC signee, averaging 30 points a game. Best player in the state is what I'm hearing. That hasn't been voted on yet, but he's #1 player in Southwest District, averaging 30 points a game. Outstanding young man. Had 4 successful years at Wilmington, but he's the guy. The Comets got to solve him to stay in this game.
Coming into the game, Mike, Coach Greg Richards' squad, winners of 13 in a row, looking pretty strong here in the postseason.
Yeah, they haven't lost since the first game of the year, so undefeated year. They have a very good team. He can go 8 people deep. Kyle Lamont is a first-team All-Southwest District, and Coach Richards was the Coach of the Year. So I'm looking for an outstanding high school boys basketball game in the district finals. These two teams should match up. It usually comes down to execution, who turns the ball over, and more than anything else, who can knock down some free throws.
There we see the Wilmington Hurricane, and there's the aforementioned Mr. Jaron Cumberland just joining that crew. A veteran official staff here.
Absolutely. Again, you got guys that are some of the best officials in the state here. It's a crew that they work on it together. So I always say the players got to adjust to the referees. If they're going to call it tight, they're going to let them bang. The players got to adjust to how they're going to call it. So it's I'm looking forward to a good game. Two good quality teams with both have experience, some seniors and junior leadership. Let's see who can handle the pressure here.
Senior Chris Woolery going to go ahead and jump for Mason. For Wilmington, junior Matt King going to jump for Mason. Mason in the road green, Wilmington in their home white. Matt King wins the tip. Nate Haller comes down with it off to Kyle Lamont on the right wing.
And they got Cumberland on Lamont. That's a matchup. We'll see what happens on that. So Kyle has to be aggressive on that.
Matt King off to Lamont. Lamont. Nate Haller. Good job of the Comets of swinging the ball around. Haller thought about it, couldn't get it up.
Comets will be patient. Again, they've had 4 or 5 different guys leading them in scoring.
Puice is from the top of the key. Graces off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down and pushed by Cameron Stewart. Gets it off to Woolery. He goes strong with the left hand, Chris Woolery.
That's what Wilmington wants to do. Wilmington wants to get up and down the floor.
Chris Woolery, the 6'6" junior, done a great job of running the floor for a big guy as Wilmington takes the early 2-0 lead. Schreider at the top of the key. Haller with a look off the front of the iron. Comets coming out a little bit tight, Mike, hitting the front of the iron.
Again, this is a big arena. They're not used to being a big arena, so you don't see much.
Jaron Cumberland from the baseline, no. Good job of pulling down the rebound by Miller, who kicks it off to Cumberland, and way downtown off the back of the iron. Tip back out. Stewart eyes one, doesn't hit anything. Schreider can't corral the rebound.
That's 3 offensive rebounds, though, by Wilmington there.
Cameron Stewart comes down, but he kicks it off to Jaron Cumberland.
They got Schreider on them. Tough matchup, but Schreider will battle all day long.
Bogart on Puice is trying to post up. Wraparound dribble, step up and under, goes strong to the lane, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Again, that all started with too many offensive rebounds by Wilmington.
Sophomore Dylan Bogart stepping to the line for Wilmington as that foul is on Eddie Puices. So Bogart will step to the line for 2, looking to extend this Hurricane lead.
What about that's a missed shot again? There's not much to look at. There's fans behind it, but there's a lot of open seats up there. Sometimes that's a tough area to shoot into.
Good look at Coach Greg Richards. Bogart good with the second one.
Early substitution.
Sophomore Jeffrey Mansfield going to check in, so they're going to get considerably smaller as Woolery checks out.
Smaller and quicker, and they're going to put the full court press on. Look at this.
And Eddie Puises can't catch up with that pass from Nate Haller. So another turnover, Wilmington leading 3-0. Folks, stay tuned at the end of this quarter. We'll give you our cablecast replay times.
No, it's not Mason ball.
Hey, I like Nate Haller's thinking, though.
Yeah.
Stewart on the trigger for the Hurricane inside quickly. Good job of going straight up by Alex Miller. He'll go to the line. There's a good look at the coach.
Nate Haller, yeah. Both these teams, one of the adjustments they make in tournament basketball, this is a 1 o'clock start. They're used to playing at nighttime, so it looks like the Comets kind of got off the bus a little sleepy so far.
Off the back of the iron there.
I was going to say, I thought I saw on Wilmington stats, they're about 72% for the year, but they've missed a couple early free throws, Steve.
Miller tickles it off the front of the rim for that second one for Wilmington's 4th point. And Woolery going to check back in, and Miller going to check out.
Yeah, small rotation, but get guys in and out.
Matt King picks up his dribble. Haller takes his dribble with Mansfield over the timeline. Kyle Lamont now going to square up to the top.
Wilmington switching a lot of screens.
Matt King dribble drives, kicks it back out to Eddie Puises.
I'd like to see some.
Lamont has it tipped away by Jaron Cumberland.
Double early turnovers by the Comets.
Cumberland strong to the baseline. Gets the floater to go.
Charge.
And the foul.
Did they count that or not?
No, they did not.
Okay. That's an early foul.
Good job of taking that charge. Matt King now on the inbounds play. Comets trail 4-0. King off to Puises. Puises picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Schreider over the timeline.
I'd like to see somebody for the Comets be aggressive inside.
Matt King with a mismatch goes up strong. Has a block by Cumberland. And it's going to stay with the Comets. Jaron Cumberland went up and anticipated Matt King's jump.
But there's a mismatch inside. Schreider almost had the offensive rebound, so I keep on looking inside. They got some mismatches.
Lamont on the smaller guy gets the contact from Woolery, and Kyle Lamont's going to go to the line for 2.
Absolutely. Hopefully they can hear us in the truck. We kind of lost our sound out here. There you go. And these are important for the Comets. Get on the board here. Starting really slow.
Senior Lamont twists it around the rim.
His last 3 or 4 games have been real. He's been averaging about 20 points a game, but very, very slow start by both teams, actually.
First of 4 games up here at Wright State as Lamont's free throw goes in. They're going to say that somebody got into the lane too
shooter,
quick.
Kyle. His foot was across the line.
So no points for the Comets yet. Quickly, Jaron Cumberland with Cameron Schreider right on him. Cumberland, they're going to say that Cumberland turned it over as he tried to make that crossover move.
Very sloppy. Both teams real sloppy right now. Both got to settle into the game.
Yeah. And Eddie Puises now working on Dylan Bogard. Matt King over the timeline. Yeah. Matt King's going to have a height difference if he'll go down and post up, which he does.
Exactly. Stay with it.
King.
Nice pass.
Nate Haller with a good look. Can't get it to fall, and the ball's going to go off of Cameron Schreider back to Wilmington Hurricane. Mike, Comets still not on the board. We got 4:52 to go. Both teams a little tight, though.
A little tight. The shots, both teams' shots from the outside have not been looking very good for both set of teams. So, you know, in my mind, you got to try to bang the ball inside.
And nothing that loosens up a defense more than Chris passing and getting it inside. Bogard thought about it, pulled it down. Cumberland thought about it, too, and he'll go ahead and jack it up from way downtown and nair it. Jared Cumberland. Kyle Lamont dribbles over the timeline. Cameron Schreider with Miller on him. Now rotated out to Puises.
Attack.
Lamont with a smaller guy on him.
He pushed him.
Yeah, good job, because he actually got Jeffrey Mansfield.
But again, that's not a bad foul. Out on the floor, not free throw shooting. So 7-0 Wilmington. Nothing fancy.
Good job by Bogard to step it through.
Another turnover.
Lamont off his back.
He's going to pass the
Flips
ball.
it off to Puises, who throws it right back inside to Mansfield. Sloppy play here.
Another foul. That's just another quick touch foul, but both hands were on him on the hand check.
Jeffrey Mansfield quickly picks up his second, so he'll probably go to the pine. And Greg Richards going to go ahead and get a timeout, and that's probably a well-timed timeout, Mike.
Absolutely, it's a well-timed out, but it just unforced turnovers. Not much pressure on him. Again, you got to step up at the plate here, being a junior or senior, and right now, both teams a little sloppy.
Co-producer, co-directors today are Jason Dudley and Ryan McGahey, Nick Pierman, Frank Knight, Michael Kosman, Reggie Taylor Jr., and Reggie Taylor Sr., or as I like to call him, 2 and 3. Mark Bunker, Matthew Smith, and Brian Kinnison all on our production team today. Guys doing a great job of bringing you these crisp, clear pictures.
43 Mansfield for Wilmington goes out. That's his second foul. And again, they don't go as deep as Mason does, but
yeah, and they got just a little bit smaller with a 6'3" player going to the pine. Eddie Puises off to Matt King. King works it over the timeline.
Again, somebody's got to go back door. I think go back door on them right now.
Puises thought about it. Goes to
offensive foul. That's a good call. His offhand, he pushed off.
Trying to work himself a little space. Now Coach Richards is going to come with the pine.
That's his second. That's Puises' second foul too.
Ben Schutte and Carlos Lewis check in. So over the timeline is Bogard off to Cumberland.
King's
Kicks
on him
over
now.
to Stewart. Yes, Cameron Schreider checked out. Cumberland.
That's good defense.
From a long way away. Tipped around. Good job of Nate Haller coming down with the board. He steps through off to Lamont. Lamont with numbers. Kyle Lamont with the finger roll for the Comets' first 2 points. Nice shot.
Look at Wilmington. They're trying to push it right back on them.
Woolery hands it off to Bogard. Bogard now working the perimeter. Cumberland from the top of the key nails the jumper. Comets over the timeline. Carlos Lewis over to Kyle Lamont. Lamont with Cumberland right on him. Schutte now dribbles to the top of the key. Lamont with a smaller guy on him is asking for the ball. Haller.
Absolutely.
Lewis. Lamont with a quick stutter step. Drive to the lane. Kyle Lamont with a nice drive.
Like I said, the outside shooting's out there. Attack the hoop. And again, Wilmington has a couple people, early fouls. So look at that. That's too easy.
That's a nice take by Cameron Stewart.
I like that aggressive thing. Like I said, they want to get up and down a little bit more.
King.
Both teams sit on down now.
Haller on the right baseline, along with that jump shot. Look at Dylan Bogard boxing out the bigger Matt King for the rebound.
He caught up behind. I didn't see that one, quite frankly, but it's the referees are calling it.
Again, Bogard with a good rebound position. King just swiped his hand above him, and they thought that it was a foul. So first on Matt King.
14 fouls each.
Bogard over the timeline, bounce past to Cumberland. Got to get out there on him as Matt King does.
Yeah, he's got range. Again, he's going to University of Cincinnati. He's carrying the ball again.
He probably gets away with it normally, but.
Well, again, that's what he just said. Wow, and even the coach said they're calling it now. But again, it's you got to adjust the referees. You got to keep the hand on top of the ball. So another turnover. 11-4 Wilmington right now.
Lamont with under 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. Lewis now gets circled back to Lamont. Lamont thought about it. Working on Cumberland. Fires up a three in his face. He's long with it. But look at Ben Schutte with a rebound and a stick back. And he draws the contact from Alex Miller. And Ben Schutte's going to go to the line for two.
I didn't like that shot by Kyle. You can get that anytime you want. If anything,
attack
him.
It's exactly what Greg Richards brought him over to tell him.
He's too good. I'd use his quickness off the dribble, especially as one.
Junior Schutte, the left-hander.
You got it. That's 3 missed free throws for the Comets already.
Hurricane lead 11-4 here with 1:23 to go. Schutte looking to cut into that lead as he gets his second attempt. There you see that replay. Schutte off the back of the iron. Cumberland out rebounds.
King.
Matt King.
And King's got to be careful too. He's got 1 foul.
Bogart gets it off to Stewart.
A lot of screening.
Stewart off to Wallery.
Dribble penetration.
Wallery. Great job of Carlos Lewis hanging on Cameron Stewart.
Carlos does a good job. Again.
Stewart with the running one-hander bounces it off the glass. Good for 2.
No, that's a couple running shots. He's very aggressive.
What you like to see is a senior.
Well, he's a second leading scorer. He averages 10 points a game, but I like his aggressiveness to the basket. 13-4 lead right now.
Kyle Lamont.
Tom's got to find somebody else besides in there. You got to go straight up with that.
King on the inside. Nope. Back with the left hand. No. Ben Schutte has it bounce off of Wallery. No, they're going to say that it's off of Schutte, and it's white ball. So Wilmington Hurricane with 35 seconds left to go. Enjoy a 9-point lead and the ball.
I didn't see the replay of that, but I thought it was off the Wilmington player. They're going to they might go last shot now. Wilmington, they're up 13-4. Everything's in their favor right now.
Jaron Cumberland at the top of the key, directing his players around and basically saying, clear it out, here I come.
And again, you got to know where the other shooters are.
And there he is, Stewart from the corner. No, Matt King with a 3/4 court shot. Comes up a little bit short, but wow, the Hurricane, Mike, they settled down, got settled in. They got a 9-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I think too many turnovers by both teams, but especially on Mason, and Mason's not knocking down any free throws right now either. So 13-14 first quarter. Pretty sloppy on both sides. That's all I can say on both teams. Again, netter center, it's a cavernous place in here. Not a lot of backdrop to shoot at, but no excuses. Some of the turnovers by both teams have been just sloppy play. Our
Cablecast replay times, folks. If you're watching it tonight at 11:30 p.m., thank you very much. You can also check us out again on Sunday at 9 p.m. Time Warner Channel 8, Cincinnati Bell Channel 838. Monday the 7th, 7:30 p.m., 8 and 8:38. Tuesday the 8th at 8:30. And Wednesday the 9th at 9 a.m. That's our Time Warner Channel 24, the citywide channel, and that's for our third shift, folks. To stay up and watch that one.
So again, Coach Richards coming out of the offense. Nobody's doing anything. You got Kyle Lamont with 4 points. Nobody else on the team has scored, and they haven't looked good either. I mean, the offensive rebound, they're dropping balls, they're making turnovers. So Eddie Puises comes back in the game. He has 2 fouls, so he's got to be careful. But they need somebody else to help Kyle Lamont out, get him on the scoreboard right now.
Jaron Cumberland with 5 in that opening quarter.
Yep, he had a 3 and a inside, but it's double team.
Now they're going to go ahead and it looks like they're going to trap up on the ball. Cumberland leans back, throws up a 3. No, but look at that timing right there by Cameron Stewart. He's amongst the trees.
Yeah, I mean, he's just out working the comments. And look at this. Just
Stewart listed it only at 5'9", but he's going way, way up.
But somebody from the comments, one of the seniors, the upper class, got to take control of the game. To go back and get me the ball. A couple unforced turnovers right now. They got to settle into their game right now.
Dylan Bogard over the timeline with Eddie Puisis on him. Bogard.
A lot of one-on-one action, but again, when you're up 9, they feel they can take the Comets off the dribble. Cumberland, he
thought about it from the three-point line. Bogard again, he'll back it out. Woolery from the baseline pulls up. No. Kyle Lamont with a nice rebound, kicks it off to Matt King. Puisis steals it away from Bogard, rising up and has it blocked by Woolery, saved by Miller. And here comes Cumberland now with the ball.
People there, Eddie Puisis trying to take it in there, just got a good defense by Wilmington.
Cumberland tries to get it down. Matt King with a tip away. Cameron Schreider tracks down the loose ball.
Yeah, get a good possession here for the Comets. Let everybody touch the ball one time, get in the rhythm here. Inside.
Matt King off to Ben Schutte. Schutte thought about it. Puisis comes off a screen
there
and buries it, Eddie Puisis.
When he hits one, he usually hits multiple threes, but he squared up and followed through on that one. Good shot by Eddie.
Puisis comes off the screen, worked his way through Jaron Cumberland, which isn't easy to do.
Yeah, he's a big man.
Bogard from downtown, off the back of the rim, no good. Stewart, though, Johnny on the spot with another rebound.
He has a nose for the basketball, Dad. He's always around the basketball. You've got to be impressed with the young man.
That's the way you want your senior leaders to be. Bogard with Schutte out on him. Kicks it off. Cumberland thought about jacking it up. Now he's going to pull it down. Miller inside. Cumberland flashes to the basket. Jumps, catches it, throws it over his shoulder, and knocks it down.
Came off a back screen. Nobody. You got to find out where 34 is at all times.
Kyle Lamont with Cumberland on him. Matt King with a size mismatch. Eddie Puisis. Stewart's going to pull up on him. Over to Schutte. Schutte looking to get it down. Woolery switched over to get out on King. Now Schreider.
Dribble. Better dribble.
Working on the smaller Stewart. Puisis with Cumberland on him. Picks up his dribble. And look at Cam Stewart. Get up and down the court for an easy 2. Biggest lead of the night for the Hurricane at 10.
Off defensive intensity and off another Mason turnover. Just everybody's stagnant. You got to move and pass the ball and be aggressive. And when they switch off, you got to make that extra pass. They're just switching on everything.
Schreider over to Puisis. Puisis over to Schutte. Schreider's working on the smaller guy. He's trying to post up. There's Lamont now with Cumberland on him. Kyle Lamont thought about it, hands it off to Matt King. King with Stewart switched out on him. Puisis comes off the screen, hits the back of the iron. Great job by Schutte coming up with the rebound.
Yeah.
Goes up and over Woolery. Nice stick back by Ben Schutte.
He's done that a couple of times, banging on the boards there. Still an 8-point lead by Wilmington.
Bogard off to Miller, thought about it, kicks it back to Bogard. Bogard to Cumberland, Jaron Cumberland flicks it back to Bogard with a look and buries the 3.
They're finding their rhythm now. They get multiple guys for Wilmington. 4 guys have scored.
Again, back to it, another biggest lead of the night at 11.
I think
Matt King off to Kyle Lamont.
That's a nice pass, though. That's an extra pass. That's
Eddie
how you do
Puisis,
that.
yeah, great job as Miller's late to rotate back. Puisis makes him pay, back to an 8-point lead. Cumberland thought about it.
King's done a good job of staying down because Cumberland trying to get a head fake, get the guy in the air, then he'd jump into him.
Or roll right past him.
That's deep.
Cumberland with a lean back 3. No, Puisis tries to rebound it, can't get it to go. Tips it out of bounds. Nate Haller going to check back in. Cam Schreider checking out for the Comets as they trail by 8 with 3:17 to go. Cameron Stewart now into Cumberland, posting up and going up and over and knocking down the shot. It's Jaron Cumberland.
He used his size and his strength on that one. Yeah,
he just posted up and went over the man. Puisis from long range. No, can't get it to go. Great job of Alex Miller ripping down that board off to Cumberland. Woolery on the run out. Can't catch up to it. It's good thought by Cumberland. The pass just a little bit too long by Woolery. So he couldn't get down there. Puisis on Stewart. Now Bogard picking up King. King dribbles over the timeline. Goes straight into the paint.
That's charge.
Yeah, and that's going to be
that's his second
foul on Matt King. So Cam Schreider going to go in.
I mean, he's 6'5". He come to a jump stop and just shoot that little. There's 3 Wilmington players and somebody had to be open.
Cameron Schreider back in the contest. Matt King going down, like you said, Mike, with his second team foul. 2:41 to go here. Comets trail by 10. So the Hurricane, Dylan Bogard, going to come over the timeline. He's going to be met there by Eddie Puisis. Bounce pass inside. Cumberland can't handle the rock. Puisis comes up with the loose ball for the Comets.
You got to look up.
Pass. Puisis over the timeline.
There's people open.
Ben Schutty.
Keep turning the ball. Again, 2 minutes left. You want to finish the quarter here on a high note. If you're the Comets.
Schutty makes a cut down, and Schreider tries to throw it to him. Again, another turnover by the Comets. And Carlos Lewis going to check back in.
And the Comets go small.
Yeah, he comes in for Cameron Schreider.
No, he's going to get Puisis, I think, because he's on his second foul.
Okay, so
they want him to pick up a 3 before the halftime. So, again, some of the offensive firepower goes to the bench for the Comets.
Cam Schreider going to go ahead and pick up on Jaron Cumberland. He's going to post up right away. This Cumberland goes to the reverse.
Baseline. Stepped out of bounds. Official caught it right on the money.
That's a good job on the defense. You put your foot out of bounds. The only way he can get around you is out of bounds. So Puisis is going to check back in. Looks like they're going to go offense-defense here in the final 2 minutes here.
Well, the Comets got to find somebody else to put some points up.
Lamont flies past Stewart. Off to Puisis.
They're looking around here.
Schreider. Haller trying to post up on Miller.
They're really spread out. Somebody can go down the lane.
Lamont.
That's got to be something. See, that's a call I don't like. It's either got to be an offensive foul or a block. Somebody's got to call it. Pass the ball.
Off to Schreider in the paint with a duck under. Can't get it to go, but Puisis does. As he comes up the rebound, flicks it up, and he'll go to the line for 2. Eddie Puisis, the junior.
See, a couple of the Mason players are fading, Steve. I'd like to see them fake and go into the player, be aggressive in the basket. But that's a couple good offensive boards here by the Comets. Now they got to go to the foul line and knock down the free throws.
Yeah, Puisis needs to help the Comets cut into the 10-point lead here, and he's true with that first one.
And they'll probably sub in for him. I would imagine they want him out if he makes this. They don't want him picking up his 3rd foul.
Good with
He'll
the
go
second
out.
one.
Yep.
Puisis goes down, and
again, he has two fouls.
Carlos Lewis comes back in for the defense with 1:19 to go here in the first half. Pretty quick, pretty clean first half, Mike.
Pretty clean, but again, they settled down a little bit in the second quarter, but still too many turnovers for my liking. It's not like the pressure has been that, defensive pressure has been that tough, Steve. It's I think, quite frankly, some nerves by both teams.
Bogard off to Stewart. Stewart gets it over to Miller. Miller trying to get it down to Cumberland, who's posting up, and they're going to say, no, Cam Schreider, you can't grab onto him. But great job of Cumberland of trying to establish that low position, because Mike, he can score in one of 3 ways: either spin off of him and go to the basket, rise up over him, or just get the contact and go to the line for 2. Oh, quick bounce pass, Stewart. Good job. Miller couldn't get the handle, and Lamont blocks the cross-court pass, so it'll stay with the Hurricane with 48.8 to go.
Come on, you got away with a push there.
Cumberland going to dribble out top. Stewart back to Cumberland for a long 3. Now he's falling back on it. Mike Miller with a great job Woolery can't handle the rock, though. As he loses the handle, he had a clear path to the basket, just lost the handle.
Another offensive rebound. So, again, that should have been an easy one for Wilmington, but 22-14 now, offense for defense. The Comets, you know what? I'm not bashful. I'm not bashful about taking the last shot if they let you. But, again, you have to be aggressive to the basket. With the next team foul, you'll be in the one-on-one.
Nate Haller on the trigger. Gets it into Kyle Lamont. Lamont with Cumberland going to pick him up right about half court. King starts the offense. Nate Haller.
See, he picked up the dribble for no reason. You want to keep it alive. You want that.
Matt King.
Nice pass.
Oh, with a nice feed to Ben Schutte.
That was under control. Dribble penetration, stopped him, and you don't want to give up a three.
Cumberland now with Lamont on him.
Good defense.
Can't get it to fall. Kyle Lamont with great defense. Kyle Lamont with time. Kyle Lamont to the hole. No, and he can't get a shot off as it was blocked. But that's a great series there, Mike. Comets looks like they woke up. They cut it to a 6-point lead.
I would like to see Kyle keep that on his left hand, but they came back at the end there, 22-16.
Folks, grab a cool beverage, kick back, watch a few public address announcements. Mike and I will be back to bring you this tournament, this district tournament final between Wilmington and Mason, where the Hurricane lead the Comets 22-16 at half. We'll be right back.
not here. He's out doing his vaping, e-break, or whatever he's doing. So just come back with, we got 3:14. Just come back with a minute. That'll be fine. Thank you.
Welcome back to this district final here from the Nutter Center, ICRC Sports. Steve Parker, Mike Crotty. Mike, you're looking at those halftime stats. They probably tell a pretty good story.
Well, but neither team shot the ball very well. They're not making their free throws, and both teams have 9 turnovers. Both coaches can't be happy with that. So again, it's a 22-16 game right now. Cumberland leads Wilmington with 9 points, and Mason did a pretty good job on him. He's averaging 30. And for the Comets, Fleeces has 8.
So if you're head coach Greg Richards, what do you tell your team at halftime? Settle down, play your game?
Well, again, if I'm them, I really watch for that extra pass. Some guys got their head when they're dribbling, penetration, they got to make that extra pass and then knock it down. When you have an opportunity, knock it down. This could be the last game of the year. You want to go down playing aggressive, in my mind.
Nate Haller on the trigger in. Cam Schreider, but Schreider has it tipped away by Chris Woolery. I'm impressed with this Woolery kid, Mike. For 6'6", he runs and gets to a spot really quick.
Yeah, they're aggressive, and the Wilmington's probably saying the same thing. They want to come out and be more aggressive too. So
Matt King operating the offense at the top of the key.
Again, when the Comets play their best basketball, they got multiple guys scoring.
King picks up his dribble, gets it into Schutte. Back out to King.
There's Holler. Holler's wide open. They missed him. Charge.
Kyle Lamott taking it to the basket. And who's down there to take the charge but Dylan Bogard?
Yeah. That was, again, he left his feet. Where are you going to go? Go straight up on that one. And instead of getting a layup, you got a 6-7 footer. Again, it's not what the Comets wanted coming out of halftime, but see if they can get some defensive tips and steals here.
Rotated over to Miller from Stewart.
Both the offenses are pretty similar. Out top, they both screen away and pop out.
Bogard dribbling at the top of the key.
But I like the way he went in there. Shot fake and stuff like that.
Cumberland over to Woolery. Now they're starting to.
Yeah, they want to move that ball as much as possible.
Woolery from three-point land,
another
air ball, but look at Stewart in there battling for the ball.
Yeah, another offensive rebound
by one of the smaller guys on the floor, the 5'9" Chris Woolery.
He can jump, though. I tell you that, he can jump.
I'm sorry, Cameron Stewart. Cam Schreider gets the ball down to Kyle Lamont. Lamont goes strong to the hole. Now who's going to pick it up, Woolery or Bogard?
I don't know. It might be Cumberland. 44 Worley.
Yeah, so they're going to say Chris Woolery picked it up.
And again, the comments, the other thing, Steve, 2 for 6 in the first half from the foul line.
Well, let's see if Kyle Lamont can improve upon that. As we're still looking for the first points here in the third quarter, and he does. So Lamont looking to cut in a little bit more of this lead. Good look at the senior. In and out. Miller with the rebound off the Bogard, and here come the Hurricane. Bogard directing the offense. Hands it off to Woolery.
That's good. You want to stay down. If Cumberland's going to beat you, you want to have a hand in the face and go over shoot it.
Stewart with a runner. Can't get it to fall, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
Who was must have thought he got pushed down low.
Yeah, Nate Howard. I was going to say hand checked him. In and out for Cameron Stewart at the free throw line. That's Howard's second foul. 2 team fouls in the Comets, 1 on the Hurricane in this half. Stewart good with the second free throw, extending it back to a 6-point lead. And Chris Woolery going to check out. Jeffrey Mansfield, a sophomore swingman, checks in. Lamont in the open court on Cumberland. Cumberland makes him stop his dribble. Puises off to Lamont, who's got Bogard on him now as they switch back out. Matt King with Alex Miller on him. There you go, Mike. There's working the ball like you want the Comets to do. And he Puises from way downtown, and he's going to go to the line for a 4-point play.
When he gets his feet set, like I said, he's one of the better shooters around. But they move the ball around. They got touched, and on a 3-point shot, number 43 picks up his 3rd foul for Wilmington. But that's a big shot by Eddie. Now you got to convert the unusual, uncommon 4-point play.
Mike, it'll cut. If Eddie can sink this free throw, it'll cut it to as tight as it's been since the first minute of play.
Unbelievable.
Off the back of the iron, Jaron Cumberland with a man's type of rebound.
Oh, he offensive. Oh, that's his 3rd foul. That's 3rd foul, though.
They're going to say that's a foul by Eddie Puises. As the Comet fans thought that Cumberland actually threw him off.
Well, I heard the official there. The official told him he had the block first. He did push off after the block was called. So again, communicating to the Mason bench.
Jaron Cumberland jacks up a 3 and nails it.
Yeah, that was a big turn to the bench right there.
Kyle Lamont over the timeline gets it into Cam Schreider. Nate Howard thought about it. Schreider picks up his dribble.
And Eddie goes off. It's somebody else from the Comets. They got to pick it up as a team. The best 3-point shooter goes out.
Back to a 6-point lead. Lamont thought about it. Drives past Cumberland. Can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice attack. Again, Kyle Lamont, I don't think Cumberland can really handle him out on the floor, but that was a good take by Kyle. A block call. but you got to knock down your free throws.
Yeah, senior looking to chip into the 6-point lead. We've got 5:34 to go here in the third quarter. And Lamont just flat on that one, Mike.
And again, you got to get your legs into it.
Lamont with that second free throw. That one, he was all in. 26-21 our score with 5:30 and counting to go here in the third quarter. District championship here from the Nutter Center at Wright State University.
Ooh, good look there, but again, good hands by Kyle Lamont.
Yeah, Cam Stewart was flashing over. Kyle Lamont checked right over, blocking the passing lane. So Stewart now going to be on the trigger with Miller just in front of him.
They've got some good out-of-bounds plays inside. That's
Matt King on Jaron Cumberland now.
And Matt's a little longer, not as strong, but he's very long. That's deep.
Stewart jacks up a long three, no. Miller comes down with it, but Lamont pulls it down, and Lamont has it tipped away, and they're going to get Mansfield with his fourth.
We'll see who. There was two players there. Nope. Three.
So I'm going to say that was on Cam Stewart.
But again, that's 14 fouls. So I'm telling you, partner, I told you before, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. Who's going to knock down some free throws?
Nate Haller into Cam Schreider. Matt King posts up the smaller guy, can't get it to fall. Carlos Lewis with a stick back, and he gets it down.
Yeah, Matt King got it converting there, but Carlos did a great job staying with it.
Alex Miller with Nate Haller out on him. Chris Woolery checked back into the contest on that last break, so they're a little bit bigger. Have him work down low. Cumberland with King on him.
You got weak side help. That's good defense. That's real good defense there.
Bogard with Carlos Lewis on him. Crowd cranks it up a little bit. Inside cut by Cumberland. Strong to the board. Can't get it to fall. Lamont comes up with the loose ball from Mason. Kyle Lamont driving to the baseline.
Block.
And they're going to say a block by Alex Miller.
Left end. That was a bang call. Wilmington fans thought that their guy was set. Mason fans thought he was moving.
I like the way, though, Kyle Lamont took it straight to the cup. Went up strong with that left hand. Couldn't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line for two. Good look at the senior swingman for the Comets. True with that first free throw. Lamont good with that second free throw. 1 point game with 4:13 and counting. Dylan Bogard with Carlos Lewis jumping out on him. Swinging over to Miller. Now Stewart for the Hurricane.
Wilmington's really trying to spread out the Comets. I think they're trying to post up Cumberland a bit more in the block area. Very patient team.
Bogard comes off the screen, kicks it out to Miller. Miller wasn't ready for it. Stewart is from three-point land off the front of the iron.
That's on number 5 of Comets, Carlos. I think he just boxed him out, held his hand down.
So that one's on the floor.
Yep, it was on rebound. He was boxing out. I think kind of hand his arm. The official called it, so keep on playing.
Cameron Stewart on the trigger for the Hurricane. Bounce pass inside. Cumberland goes to the ground. That's great defense by Matt King of reaching in there and swiping at the ball.
Yeah, Cumberland thought he got hit and did not call that. Eddie Puises, they're going to try to get him in for the offensive side here.
Puises checks in for Carlos Lewis.
Eddie's got to be very careful on the offense. Even when you're on the offense, you don't want an offensive foul or anything like that.
3 fouls and 11 points. They got to get him in for a shooting. And he gets it over the timeline. Now he'll back it out. Picks up his dribble and makes a silly pass. And Bogard's right there to take it away.
Whoa.
And Nate Haller gets the contact.
Again, Eddie, I don't know what Eddie relax. There wasn't even a count going on, a 5-second count. You guys have an opportunity to take the lead and you get a turnover.
So sophomore Dylan Bogard to the line for the Hurricane. True with that first free throw, and now they'll fill in. And they've got only one person on the free throw line for rebounding is Wilmington. They must be awfully confident in Bogard as he knocks down both.
That's a huge change of momentum right there. Thomas could possibly take the lead, and they turn the ball over, and Wilmington goes down and knocks in 2 free throws.
Nate Haller gets it off to Eddie Puises. Puises dribbles up, hands it off to King. King with Stewart on him. Passes it over the timeline to Ben Schutte, who checked into the contest. Schutte kicks it off to Puises. Bogard right with him. Puises off to Schutte. Lamont with Mansfield on him. Kyle needs to take him to the hole because Mansfield's got 4. And that's what they're thinking.
I think he has 3. The other one they call him somebody else.
That's right. Matt King with a smaller man on him. Haller picks up his dribble.
Timeout, Coach Richards.
Gets a timeout.
And that's what Coach Richards, that's why I was telling you early in the game. You know, both of these teams, I think, go back door. Somebody's got to go back door. And, if they're overplaying, they go back door. The middle of the lane is open on both of these teams, quite frankly.
This cable telecast is being brought to you by ICRC Sports. Tim Newman, our Director of Operations and Executive Producer. Jason Dudley and Ryan McGay are co-producers, co-directors today. Nick Pierman, Frank Knight, Michael Kosman, Reggie Taylor Jr., Reggie Taylor III, working cameras with us. Mark Bunker, Matthew Smith, and Brian Kinnison in the truck. Guys doing a great job, great pictures. We got a dandy here as the Comets have fought all the way back, Mike, to get within 3, but they still got some work to do.
No, every time a possibility to knock it down even to 1 or get in the lead, unforced turnovers, quite frankly, and they got to keep it going here. Again, use the whole team. When they're moving the ball, player to player, 5 touches, all the players touching, that's when they're most effective. And then when you get an open 3, you knock it down. But you don't have to force anything. There's still plenty of time. 2:54 left to go in the third quarter. Very low-scoring game. So possession by possession, it's going to be more important for both teams to take care of the basketball.
Folks, we'll give you our cablecast replay times at the conclusion of this third quarter.
And actually, the Comets have been having trouble getting the ball in from the side here. They got to make sure they get that in.
Nate Haller is going to be working on the trigger. All the way into Matt King with the smaller player on it. King does a good job of taking it to the hole and knocking down the shot.
If I'm the Comets, I keep on isolating him down. If they're going to keep a player on him at 5'8", King's got to get on the block.
Mansfield.
Good recognition there by the Comets.
Out on the wing. Bogard. Stewart thought about it. Now Stewart drives
That's a foul.
to the lane.
That's a foul on Kyle Lamont. Oh, I don't think. Who's he going to call that on? He's going to call it King. I thought that was Kyle Lamont outside. No, it's on Kyle. That's a good call. Again, the shot fake got him in there, got him off balance a little bit.
Stewart on the trigger, bounces it into Bogard. Mansfield thought about it. Stewart comes around on the curl. They're looking to get it to Cumberland, and they do, and he nails the 3 from the top of the key.
That's a good shot. That's his 15th point of the game, but it's a lot of shot attempts.
Lamont with a wraparound pass to Haller on the rotation.
Keep moving the ball.
Schutte thought about it.
And again, if they overplay it, go back door.
Lamont with Mansfield on him. Lamont going to back it out. Puises with Stewart right on top of him. Puises backs him off with the dribble. Clanks it off the front of the rim. Woolery tracks down the rebound. Hands it off to Cumberland.
Wilmington coaches are telling them to bring it down court. They want to continue to go right now. They want to force the action.
Bogard into the paint. Gets the runner. Not the fall. Haller with a tough board. Off to Schutte. Over to Puises. He gets it back to Haller. Haller And they're going to say Haller
And
put
again,
up the chicken wing and
well, he
knocked
did.
him down.
It didn't hit him that hard, but still, you can't bring up the chicken wing. That was a good call. And again, what happened on that, Steve, here's the bottom line. They don't want him handling the ball out there anyhow. And that's where one of the other seniors, some people got to take care of the basketball. Again, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They could have, 4-point deficit, and they could have gone out and made it a lot tighter, but another offensive turnover.
Cam Schreider back into the contest, as well as Carlos Lewis for the Comets.
And that's 17 fouls for the Comets.
Lewis going to pick up Bogard at the top of the key with 1:20 and counting. Bogard hands it off to Cumberland, who backs up, fires a three, and nails it.
He's feeling it now. He's got a rhythm going. That's 18, but again, he's up on him, but you got your hands up in there.
Lewis off to Lamont. Lamont thought about it, pulls it down, feeds it off to Schutte. Schreider on the curl. Now Lamont working on the smaller player. And look, that's a great job by Kyle Lamont. Realized he got the smaller guy on him, going to take him in the hole, but Stewart, too crafty, grabs him as he tries to get past him.
That's only 16 fouls for Wilmington. So both teams, basically the whole fourth quarter, are going to be shooting the 1-1.
So Ben Schutte on the trigger. Alex Miller back into the contest. Cumberland steps through the passing lane, comes down with the ball. Jaron Cumberland with a take to the cup. Nice body control and the finger roll.
One man's dominating this game all of a sudden.
Lamont with a drop step, loses the rock. Lewis from three-point land. He's long. Bogard with the long rebound.
They finished. Wilmington's finishing the quarters better right now. This is a huge advantage right now. They get the ball coming in the fourth quarter.
And there you hear the Hurricane fan get up as they're up by 9. And they're looking to make it more. As Jaron Cumberland going to work for the last shot. Matt King out on him.
Oh, he was up there. He was counting.
Now Cumberland with Schreider that gets him on the switch. Into the lane, the runner knocking down the shot.
You can't let one player do that to you. You got to get the ball out of his hands and let somebody else make the shot. What a huge last couple minutes, especially by Cumberland and Wilmington. Look at this. I mean, that's just too easy. Everybody's standing around watching them. You can't do that. Simple as that.
He goes up on the wrong foot, Mike. He doesn't square up his shoulders. He just sort of flicks it over there and drops it down clean as a whistle, like that's a normal shot for him. That's an athlete.
Yeah, athlete, and see why he's going to the University of Cincinnati. So things are well. Wilmington can't ask for it better now. They're up 11 points. They get the ball in the fourth quarter, so the Comets got to come out and really pick up the defensive intensity. And so what that means to me is look for Wilmington to be going backdoor quite a bit, and Cumberland's going to be touching the ball as much as possible right now.
Folks, our Cablecast replay times, if you're staying up late Saturday night to watch at 11:30 p.m., get some rest, because you can see it again Sundays, the 6th of March at 9 a.m., and I'm waiting for that graphic, because I don't have a sheet for our Cablecast replay times. There you go, 9 p.m., 8 and 8:38. Monday the 7th at 7:30 p.m., 8 and 8:38. Tuesday the 8th at 8:30 p.m., 8 and 8:38. And Wednesday the 9th, 9 a.m. on 24. That's the citywide channel. So tell your friends down at Mount Washington and all over our Time Warner communities in Greater Cincinnati to check that one out. Also checking us out on ICRC-TV.com.
And they're just going to spread them out early on. And again, when they find a mismatch, they'll go in mismatch.
The lead in the rock, I mean, Cumberland picks up his dribble.
There's going to be people open, though, so the Comets are forcing the action.
Cam Stewart from three-point land buries the shot. Biggest lead of the night at 14 for the Hurricane. Kyle Lamont has the pass come loose, but Schutte comes up clean with it. And Cumberland almost blocks the shot of Matt King.
Very sloppy there. Very sloppy on that.
Cumberland over the timeline, King on him.
So if you're Wilmington, you want to keep on spreading it out. And move the ball. Back screens. It's going to be tough to come back. Wilmington's a very seasoned team. It's going to be tough for the Comets to come back from a 14-point deficit if Wilmington takes care of the basketball.
In the paint, and knocking it down is Alex Miller. Yeah, now the other people are coming alive, Mike. Comets are in trouble.
Well, again, everybody's spreading them out. So you get in desperation when you're down that many points. And other people got easy shots.
16-point lead for the Hurricane. Matt King in the corner. Picks up his dribble. Somebody got to come to him. Tweeses from way downtown. Can't get it to fall. Jaron Cumberland with an uncontested rebound. And Matt King, out of frustration, reaches in.
Well, they got to do something. In my point, they got to go to a half-court trap, a full-court trap, do something. I mean, you're down 16 points. You got to get back in this in a hurry.
There's a good look at the senior. Next year, you'll see him down at the shoe. As Cumberland gets that free throw to twist in for his 23rd point of the night. Good with that second free throw is Jaron Cumberland. And Coach Mike Noska going to go ahead and get a full timeout. Folks, these pictures today are brought to you by our production team, led by our co-director, co-producers, Jason Dudley and Ryan McGahey. Nick Pearman's on one floor camera, Frank Knight, Michael Kosman, Reggie Taylor Jr. and the third, Mark Bunker, Matthew Smith, and Brian Kinnison, all with our production team, doing a great job of bringing you these pictures.
Yeah, good place. Nutter Center up here at Wright State, very, very nice arena. And again, the camera work's been ideal all day, and I actually wish we had a little bit better game, quite frankly. But again, this Wilmington team, it was a nip and tuck game, and in my mind, the end of that third quarter was really the turning point when the Comets had some opportunities to knock down, and Wilmington really took the 7-8 point lead there, and then now it's ballooned. It's going to be tough to come back from this, partner.
Yeah, Mike, I mean, it was 26-25 at one point with about 3 minutes to go.
And Mason turned the ball over.
Mason turned the ball over, and let's face it, Jaron Cumberland took the game over.
Yeah, he had a couple threes, a couple running twos and stuff like that.
So Nate Haller on the trigger for the Comets into Eddie Puises. Puises over the timeline. Mansfield right with him. Lamont. Matt King with a size mismatch, pulls up his dribble.
And
Ben Schutte with a dribble drive. No, he's going to go all the way under.
And if you're Mason, or if you're Wilmington, you just stay in front of him.
Lamont with Bogart on him, backs him up, throws up a three. No, Nate Haller tipped it. Mansfield comes down with it off to Cumberland, and he's off to the races. Jaron Cumberland tried to flip it back over his left shoulder. No, but there's Wilmington with a board.
You got to come out and guard him, Mason. You can't play. You got to make the referees are counting every time you're up there.
Cumberland, Schutte out on him. Cumberland, they double team him. Miller at the free throw line.
See, the size of it, you're looking over people and the quickness. So this happens in certain games when you get out of rhythm early, and it's like I said, they're spreading you out, and there's nothing you can do.
Miller back out to Cumberland. Stewart. Cumberland with a free three. He thought about it, and he pulled it down.
A smart play, and this is where one of those things, right now, the way high school basketball is, you can do it. And that's why other people are asking, and me being one of them, it should be a shot clock in high school basketball. But Wilmington's doing what they had to do to secure the victory. A very good Mason team, but Wilmington is really, really handling it. That's his fifth foul.
So Nate Haller fouls out. He's disqualified. Coach Richards going to take the opportunity to get that free timeout. Jaron Cumberland, however, is looking to add 2 more points to his already stellar postseason career. She's looking to extend this to a 20-point lead. Good with that first free throw. Good with that second free throw. It's Cumberland. And Cumberland's going to go out and guard Eddie Priest.
He asked him. He told the coach he wanted to guard him.
Alex Miller going hard to the deck, and there's his teammates to pick him up. Say, look at him. He's saying, "Dog, I'm good, but I ain't going to rub it. Not on TV." Matt King going to go to the line for the Comets. For the 1-and-1, and really critical here if they got any chance of getting into this thing, Mike. They got to knock them down when the clock's not running.
They'll go to full court press now, so if you're Wilmington, you look down that side. They might be able to get a couple easy ones here.
Good with that second free throw. Miller into Bogard. Bogard.
Just quick.
Just dribbling through and then
heads up play.
Getting it off to Jaron Cumberland.
They got a couple ball handlers there. Wilmington does.
That guy is one of them.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to be a 2 at Cincinnati, but he's fleet of foot more than I thought. He's a big guy. He's built solid, but he's.
Look at that footwork right there on a 2-guard Eddie Priest. So Lamont gets his defender to fall, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yep. Again, that's the other thing the Wilmington coach doesn't want to do. Hey, quick fouling on that. But
so Comets looking to slow this thing down and get back into it from the free throw line.
43. He's got 5 fouls.
Yeah,
that's his 5th foul.
So Jeffrey Mansfield, the sophomore. And of course, Chris Woolery, the 6'6" player, going to check back in. So now we got everything sorted out. Kyle Lamont going to step to the line for a free throw.
All that. I mean, even the free throws aren't going there. It just hasn't been the Comets day up here at the Nutter Center day. They're missed shots and things. I give Wilmington a lot of credit, but the Comets are self-inflicting a lot of their own issues today in my mind.
Yeah, Mike. I mean, typically these are shots that these guys knock down. You know, give Wilmington credit, though. I mean, their defense has actually pressured them into rushing something. These guys are quick.
Yeah, they're quick. They're quick at different positions, and again, when you get a lead like this, you just got to stay down.
Cumberland feeds it off. Carlos Lewis, though, through the passing lane. Look at Cumberland. Always thinking about going to the hole with a rock.
Well, again, why would you even try to go over the player on that one? Somebody's got to go to the player.
So,
his average is 30 points a game. He looks like he's going to get that or surpass that.
Good with that first free throw.
I believe Wilmington will play. There it is. But see, look at the Mason play. Nobody goes to help the person when he stops. First of all, you should have picked up your dribble there, but nobody wanted to help him out.
Lamont over the timeline. Over to Lewis. Lewis with a nice feed into Schutte. Schutte with a good job of posting up on Woolery as he had position. Stewart quickly. Woolery. Oh, and he has it blocked by Kyle Lamont. Woolery, I thought, was going to go up and throw that down, but Lamont. They're going to say Schutte pushes off on Cameron Stewart.
That was. Again, that was a little bit. If they're going to call that, they could call that all game. You know. Wow.
Alex Miller on the trigger, all the way back.
Yeah, they got. It should have been a goaltending call probably there, and then that offensive foul was not really an offensive foul.
Oh, look at Cumberland just feeding it to Stewart as the Comets, as they're trying to trap. They're beating it and beating it soundly. Lamont going up on Cumberland, gets contact, can't get it to fall. Stewart quickly on the run out. He's going to back it off and wait for Cumberland and hand it off. As we're under 3 minutes to go.
And if you're Wilmington now, you got to think about your next opponent. You want to get out here healthy right now. So you might see some subs in here a little bit. And
21-point lead, biggest lead of the day. Cumberland scrapes through King, and King's going to get the foul. He tries to impede Cumberland from going through. And that's going to be 5 on Matt King as he's disqualified from the contest.
Yeah.
Patch Butler, a senior, coming into the contest, number 11. As Cumberland knocks down the first.
So this is again, I think Wilmington finished number 3 or 4 in the state. They're showing people why. This Cumberland, when you got basically the best player in the state on your team, people get around him. He opens up a lot of other players from everybody else. But I'm really impressed, Steve, with some of the other players around Cumberland myself. They do a good job, and they know their roles very well.
Yeah, I tell you what, Cam Stewart and Dylan Bogard, you know, neither one of those guys measured up to 6 feet, but they, as Jaron Cumberland just steps through the passing lane and finishes strong for his 32nd point of the night. Ben Schutte driving strong to the hole. 23-point lead, under 2.5. Cumberland over the timeline. Nick Morris, the senior, checked in for Wilmington, number 5. Bogard.
They don't panic, though. I see they keep their head up, and they know where everybody is.
And Kyle Lamott's going to grab Cameron Stewart as Stewart, the senior, blasts past him. There's a good look at the senior guard for the Hurricane of Wilmington. Coach Mike Knox's team.
Didn't come down to, I thought it would come down to free throw shooting the fourth quarter. Just didn't have to. Wilmington goes on a roll and just blows out the Comets second half.
No good in that second free throw. Eddie Puis is back into the contest for the Comets. Thought about it, no, pulls it up. And Schutte with an easy fake out and go in pass. Cumberland now going to get the garbage points as he's hand checked by Ben Schutte, and he'll go to the line for 2, looking to extend this 21-point lead and add on to his 34 points. Cumberland shooting 2. Coach Mike Knoxka, assisted by Nick Moles, David Washington, Jermaine Isaac, and Brian Long. Coach Greg Richards and his staff all over there today. Kyle Peters, Casey Cockwell, Dylan McKinley, Logan Long, and Chase Kahn. Cumberland, and he's human, Mike. He didn't make that second free throw.
But he's got 35 points for the day.
Kyle Lamont over to Carlos Lewis. Back to Lamont. Lamont takes Cumberland to the hole and gets the contact on him with 1:43 to go. All over but the shout. There's Mike, and it's Kyle Lamont looking to get into double figures here.
I don't know if Coach Richards might get a couple of his others. Kyle just been missing his free throws today. Just been off a little bit today. Had a good all-around game, only 9 points, but he's missed quite a few free throws.
Gonna miss watching him play here at Mason. Good with that second free throw, giving him a double-digit lead, or a double-digit score. Cam Stewart over the timeline. Gets it in Nick Morris, and Morris has it tipped away by Patch Butler. Cumberland gets it in the backcourt. Shooting, try as he can, can't out-jump him for it.
Comets are trying to get maybe some of their seniors in there.
Oh, a nice look, a nice feed down as Cam Stewart finishes. Shooting.
He's going to go for the block.
Cumberland went for it, couldn't get it to go.
I'm actually surprised Wilmington has Cumberland still in the game. Not because of anything, not playing hard, but you do not want to risk a sprained ankle or something like that just late in the game.
Here's a good look at Ben Schutte, along with his free throw.
Kyle, the senior, going out. His last game as a Comet.
Anthony Bono checking in. Surely no good with that second free throw. Look at Dylan Bogard with that rebound over Eddie Puisis. Cam Stewart.
We will be presenting district awards at the conclusion of the game. As always, fans are not permitted on the playing floor.
And Stewart gets hand checked by Carlos Lewis, and now we're going to get some wholesale substitutions for both squads. As Cam Stewart steps to the line. Stewart with an excellent game. For the Hurricane. 14 of his own points. And there, Jaron Cumberland comes out now as we're under a minute.
Well, I can flat out, you and I have done a lot of games this year. I've seen a lot of high school basketball games this year. I haven't seen anybody better than Cumberland. Have you?
Absolutely not, Mike.
Not even close.
You know what? And we thought, coming in here that he was just a big lumbering scorer. He plays a little defense. He gets up and down the floor really well. And he's everything advertised as far as how he shoots the ball as well. Bono gets it off New, who's into the contest. And from the baseline, trying to get that thing to fall. Logan Taylor can't, but he's going to go to the line.
But again, I think it's Wednesday. I think Wilmington will move on to the regionals. They'll play the winner of Springfield Moeller, I believe, down at the Cintas Center. And the free throw woes continue for the Comets.
Logan Taylor trying to get his name in the box score of a playoff game. Lucas Buttermeyer, senior, checking in.
Got a point?
Yeah, so Taylor gets in the book. He comes right out. As Ben Fago checks in. So it's going to go down the books, Mike, as a 24-point lead, a 24-point win.
I didn't expect this, quite frankly, but it's, like you said, Wilmington played within themselves and was patient, and what they took that lead, they spread them out, and they did some good things.
Coming up with the loose ball is Nick Morris as he comes over the timeline. Morris goes to the hole, has it blocked by Buttermeyer. Quickly down the floor.
Shoot it.
Hayner.
You're in the game now, baby. You got to shoot the ball
Hayner
up.
jacks up a long three, can't get it to fall. Nice track down on the rebound by Alex Wright of Wilmington.
I don't know. I forget last year. When did Wilmington get beat last year? Do you remember?
I thought it was in the district round, but I could be mistaken.
So they got to be happy with that going in. Moving on to the next round. Some stiff competition down here in Southwest Ohio.
Yeah, they'll be going into the regional round as the districts. There'll be 4 games here today, Mike. This is just the early start of the day. And off the front of the rim with that second free throw is Alex Wright. And launching it up, trying to get into the book, which Grant knew, but it doesn't go. So congratulations to Coach Mike Noxa and his Wilmington Hurricane crew as the district champions as they knock off Mason 63-38. There's a good look at the Hurricane faithful. There's a lot more of them sitting across from us here at the scorer's table, Mike.
Yep, they brought the whole city. Get good support for Wilmington. Good basketball team. We'll see what happens here later on, and we'll go from there. But it's a solid win for Wilmington. A disappointing loss for the Comets, but again, they had an outstanding year. Coach Richards is the coach of the year of Southwest Ohio, but I know they don't like the finishing on a note like this. But they ran into a buzzsaw, better team today.
63-38, our final score. I think we're going to stick. Are we going to stick around for the medals, guys? So for Mike Crotty, this is Steve Parker saying thank you for joining us. Congratulations to Wilmington, and better luck next time for Mason, where they lose here in the district final 63-38. For our entire crew and cast, this is Steve Parker saying we're glad you joined us, and catch us next time on ICRC Sports High School Hoops. Thank you, everyone.